I will share our history, how it all started. I remember that our parents were friends. I think that they intentionally made a friendship because there were two children in each family, you and your brother, and my sister and myself, and they wanted to befriend each of the families wanted to befriend another family with children of approximately the same age. And that's my memory, at least, how we met when your family visited my family, and we didn't live very close with each other. And then we visited you. And there was one moment where we were already, at least our parents were pretty deeply in their friendship. And I remember they were sitting in the sitting room and having their conversations, and you took me to your room in that flat where you lived, and you offered to me to perform a facial massage on me as a teenager, probably. You probably
Don't remember that.
you don't remember that. And I remember that you had made some substance oil. It was sunflower oil of that time when it was not really purified. It had that smell. And I think that you had infused it with some herbs, maybe lemon juice or something. And I came out of your treatment all red. But I know that it's not to embarrass you, but to demonstrate that even at that time, you already knew what you want to do, that you wanted to treat somebody and make them feel good, and you tried. Do you remember how your interest, this passion, how it started?
Actually, I don't know how it comes because I remember just yeah, I was sitting in secondary school last year. Was We needed to prepare for exams, but in history lesson history, I draw my salon like on the paper. I draw the rooms and I like architecture, and I knew that my salon, the name will be Zeltene.
Ah,
Was my grandmom. She had all the newspapers. There was till 1939. There was Latvia was free, and there was a special magazine for women, Zeltene.
I think that you unknowingly did what now people teach in coaching, for instance, did visualization and imagining something. You imagined how it would feel, how it would look, and that pulls us toward that desire that we have. That's a pretty amazing story. And I think that I remember that time when you wanted to perform that massage on me, that was probably because you had been sitting next to that massage therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that memory comes back. That's quite wonderful. But going back to the name, you mentioned that you wanted to call your company, initially you wanted to call it Zelten. And for people who don't understand Latvian, it's difficult to translate this name, but it symbolizes a young woman who is, we would say, golden. We would probably imagine her blonde, but also with a lot of virtues. She is probably kind, and she has certain qualities. That's how we would probably imagine that woman. But you ended up naming your salon in your name, Liga. Do you have a story about your name?
Yeah, actually, after only when I call my name in my name, there was yeah, marketing people who said it's not good that you call in your name, but that was yes also strange because Zeltene I didn't choose because in that time was so Latvians, how to say, Latvian things and all symbols was because we get independent and everyone was calling in Latvian
Brilliant.
names and Latvian old names, and I saw, and then maybe you remember first name was for my salon was Alla Femme. I
Ah,
don't know. Maybe you remember because you when you opened your solarium
that's
studio.
my very first business. Yes.
Yeah, and then my salon called Alla Femme.
Yes. My 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 solarium was also called La Femme.
Oh,
I had it for a very short time. That was my
yeah.
very first business. Yes. I don't
And
even think you mentioned.
I found the business card. All
Yeah.
of them I have. I don't know why, because then was popular again to give foreigner names and then 2001, there a lot of changes about we had to develop our business because that was something new in Latvia
Right.
because we get independent, yeah, and they're all laws and everything changed a lot, and there I had to register my company.
Yes.
Previous that was not necessary.
Right.
I just worked, yes. And then suddenly I had to, yeah, register. And they ask how you will call your company. I said, I don't know. Let's call Liga.
Yeah.
And then when I told to my parents, they was very happy because my dad chose my name and because my mom wanted Christina
Mm,
to call me Christina, but dad said, no, Christina will be Liga. That's Latvian name. And
yes.
uh, and then I thought, yeah, why not? I don't, how to say, I, um, es neidentificēju, nu, how to say, identify me with my name of salon.
Uh-huh.
Liga, just I see how it's a Latvian
Yes.
Latvian woman's name.
Yes. It's a very
Beautiful word, beautiful word, Līga.
yeah, it's a very common Latvian name, just as my name is a very common Latvian name. But your name is even more special because it is associated with the Latvian tradition, the midsummer tradition, where we transition from the day of Liga, which is a
Yeah.
female name, to the day of Jānis, which is the male name. That's I would say probably you will agree that that's the most popular Latvian tradition. And
Yeah, and every year we celebrated and wear Latvian national clothes with my team, and that's really nice event. Every solstice we celebrate every year, 21st of June. We wear Latvian clothes, and yeah, that's name day. We celebrate Salon's name day also.
Latvian
Yeah.
tradition. I know that you have traveled a lot. I have traveled a lot, but you have traveled a lot more extensively than I have. What do you think? What is the importance of traveling and how that has influenced you as a human and as a business owner?
Yeah, that's traveling is one of reason why I am traveling. Yeah, for my business in Thailand, of course, I've been 12 times, and I love Thailand. I love Thai people, and I always go to spa treatments, and even we make deal that I even I had once I worked one week in salon and they teach me for treatments, uh, for scrubs, and the same Bali. I love Bali. Yes, no, it's a lot of touristic, so very busy place. But when I first time was 2001 in Bali, there was not so much tourists, and I also took a course in one spa salon for 1 month. I lived in Bali, and I studied. Yeah, and I took full baggage of nice painted sheets
Hmm.
for my spa treatments. And Bali Lulur is still available in my salon. That's a bride spa. They prepare brides 10 days before they're getting married. And there is special treatment for brides with rice flour and curcuma.
Mm.
And they warm up the body and stimulating blood circulation. And this treatment still is in our treatment list. I love this treatment. In everywhere, in even from Peru, also with sound treatment, and from Nepal, I took. After trekking, I bought 12 singing bowls to give my clients singing bowl therapy that I learned also to one Reiki master in Thailand. Yeah, and yeah, so many in America. I studied sound therapy as well, and yeah, every traveling. Yeah, how to they together with my business goes, yeah,
Yeah.
with my hobby.
But I wanted to also talk about some maybe not so comfortable things, which is our hard times in our lives and how that affects our business and how that affects our choices and where we are, how we are developing. One of my favorite quotes was, if you want to know how to contribute to the world, and I might be butchering this, I might not remember word by word, think about your wounds. And when you learn to heal them, teach that to the others. Are you open to talking about the hard experiences in your life? And I know that you have been through a lot, but I wish you can talk about it because I'm also speaking to women after trauma and how to work through it. You've been through a lot.
Yeah, it's quite challenging these times, and there is, yeah, if you have some friend and that can tell you that yeah, you need time for that. In that time you need time and take time, and it's not that there is everyone says don't cry, everything will be okay. No, in that time will not be okay. And
Yeah.
if you have such a kind of friend, it's very good, because for me it was quite difficult because I lost my first husband. He died in an auto crash. We, of course, we didn't get married because our marriage was on 7th of August. But he died in auto crash in 23rd of June
On your
in
name.
in my name day, yes. And that was so difficult time. And I thought I lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even I could sell my business to get him back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was lost completely. I was 30, only 30, and I knew I will have family. We was in love with each other. We was so happy, and suddenly, oops, and it happens. And there was my parents, they also didn't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
They, because I went to live with them at that time. And then they also said, don't cry, everything will be okay. No, you should cry and you should take a time. But if you don't heal in that time, you will need to heal after
Yeah.
because it follows. It follows.
Yeah.
Because if you don't accept this pain and loneliness, then it will come after again.
Yeah.
And it came, and I wanted very quickly, after 1 year already, I wanted to quickly again to be in relationship and started to looking, and of course I found and wrong, of course wrong, because after 17 years again I divorced, yeah, and
Yeah.
again it pain and yeah, and now it's time for me to heal
Yeah.
and to fall in love with myself and be gently to myself, be kind, because now when I lost my parents a year ago, my dad, and 3 years ago my mom, was very difficult. Was very difficult. Yeah, because I realized that I am not a kid. I am grown up, and it was very, very difficult. But at that time, I let me to be in this sorrow. I
Yeah.
really was in sorrow all year.
Yeah.
And now, after my dad died, also again, I went through this, the heart, and yeah, and I was in that. And thanks God, I have a uh, team, yeah, that they allowed me to be in this pain, and not they I was not in for this time I was not in business.
Listen to full episode 30 of my podcast She Became CEO here on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Visit my website shebecameceo.com to learn how you can become a featured guest.